sure to follow our amazing sponsors, Fiya Infusion, Tax Strategy, Ask BlueJae, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, and Black Dollar Days. And be sure to tune into our other programming throughout the week. All right, y'all, let's get it.
Yo, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I know what you should be doing. I'm the pride of the Eastside DJ MzTutter, and you need to tune into the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in, and right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi. All right, hey man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
I was on my face, my life.
Hey,
I knew I was heaven sent ever since.
I know you hear yourself in the background. Y'all, I got Geno Pacino with me tonight. He hanging out, y'all. Lit.
They say I'm a better man. I'm hoping you understand.
If you own this live, share this live up, and make sure you drop those businesses in the comments. Let's connect. You know I love this song.
I made it up until this point. Let me reiterate. They say I'm a better man.
I love it.
You understand. Everything could change.
Y'all went off. I know y'all was in the studio catching the Holy Ghost and all of that. Y'all make sure y'all go. Y'all, did y'all know it's Pacino season? I mean, I don't know if they knew. Now look, if y'all want to hear more, what y'all have to do is, for one, go and follow. Okay, this is my special guest for tonight. Welcome back.
Glad to be back.
I feel like it's been so long. I mean, we've had the pandemic. I literally have not seen you since before all of this stuff broke out.
Hey, my hair got way longer, huh? Yeah.
I know. And look, at least we have this. You know, back in the day, all they had was solo cups and strings.
Facts.
Absolutely. Well, before we jump in with Geno Pacino, I want to give a special shout out to our amazing sponsors. Okay, shout out to Tax Strategy. Tax season. What we got? 4 days. 4
days.
Quattro. All of that. So I'm gonna need you to go ahead and get those taxes filed. Okay. Shout out to Fiya Infusions. Make sure that you subscribe to their mailing list for updates for when they relaunch. Ask BlueJae. Now look, y'all. Let me show you the mug one more time. Get your Black Excellence mug. But she also has virtual services for business and entrepreneurs. So make sure that you all go and check her out. She's got a full range of services to help out. So, and you know, if you shop, you can use my code METCHI10 for 10% off. Okay. Make sure that you go and register with our sponsor, Black Dollar Days. Okay. It's imperative that you join this initiative. She's fighting for our rights. Okay. You don't get that too often. So I need you all to go ahead and tune in and make sure you're following Closing the Gap staffing. Geno Pacino, you know somebody that need a job?
Not as of right now, but
look, you like everybody's employed at this point. Well, look, our sponsor, Closing the Gap Staffing, they are looking for truck drivers. Like, this is an active thing that they're looking for. I believe you could take home $1,400 to $1,700 weekly.
Yeah, truck drivers get that bread too.
I mean, maybe I should have been a truck driver. What you think?
Maybe I should be a truck driver now.
Maybe I need my CDL at this point. but no, in all seriousness though, Closing the Gap Staffing is actively looking for drivers, local drivers. So, you know, you don't have to be out on the road all the time. You can be home on the weekends and plenty of benefits, y'all. Make sure that you go and check it out. Follow them at Closing the Gap Staffing on Facebook and on Instagram at Closing the Gap Staffing, and visit closingthegapedu.com for more information on that position and other positions that they have open. Okay, I'm excited to jump in. So tell me, what's the latest? What's going on? You got the new album coming out. What's going on?
So the new album already out, Pacino Season 2.
Yeah.
It's streaming everywhere. I cranked out a lot of visuals from the project already.
Yeah.
Still a couple more to go. And I mean, so every new body of work you feel that way, but yeah. I feel like this is probably like one of, if not the best body of work I ever made.
Really?
Yeah.
You made some good stuff. Like it's been you made really, really great music. It's been great following your journey. So like what makes this project kind of different from the other ones?
So I think like one of the very first times I interviewed with you, I kind of spoke probably briefly about peeling back layers. You know what I'm saying? Throughout my musical journey, I want to do that more and more. Like get bring you to who I am. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
With that being said, it's like this project I kind of got a little bit more vulnerable. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
you opened up a lot more.
Yeah, so I still got my bangers on there, you know what I'm saying? But even like the first thing, the first song on the album, which is it's kind of like a banger, but I'm kind of hitting you with a lot of positivity and messages too. It's like Chaos.
Okay.
And Chaos, I talk about you know what I'm saying, being a single father in that briefly, you know what I'm saying?
I can't escape this chaos.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She did the hook on that. And then so, you know, like besides that, Moment of Praise is a gospel song. I never did a gospel song. But
and you know what? I wanted to ask you what was the hey Faye, thank you for tuning in, girl. Shout out to Black Dollar Days. I wanted to ask you what was the inspiration? Like how did that song kind of come together?
So my homie that's been doing a whole lot of my beats, my homie Dre produced, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him.
Yes.
He really like he do more gospel beats and music, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hip hop. So like a lot of the hip hop and the hardcore hip hop stuff he do is working with me.
Okay.
So with that being said, yo, I heard it, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he thought like, yo, it's a gospel joint. I know he ain't gonna want to mess with it, but
right.
That's me all day. You know what I'm saying? So
I felt like you killed that though. Like when I remember when you sent it to me. I think did you send it to me right before it got released?
Yeah.
And I listened. I was just like, I'm like, okay, I like this. I need to put this on my playlist.
So it's like, but that's peeling back another level because you know, like I was raised going to church. You know what I'm saying? So like that's
you said that though.
Yeah, so that's a big part of me, and so that gave me a chance to open up on that.
That's
and
right.
The response to it's been great. I think when it's all said and done, it's gonna probably be like the biggest song from the project. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just promoting it more and more, and I already got more gospel songs lined up after doing that song. So
you know, I was gonna ask you, was that like the last one, or were you gonna do more? Because I think you should totally explore that. It's really good.
A project like that, you know what I'm saying? So so that's definitely, you know what I'm saying, in my wheelhouse. Right. And then so Tears of Joy, that's my favorite joint right now. And,
okay.
Tears of Joy is a song I dedicated to mental health. And
I love the video too. It was really good. I like that all together, you know, just the video and the actual song.
And so the actual song, it's like it's walking you through a part of my life. Because like so the day I went to go record it, somebody broke up my car right before I was going to the studio. You know
not broken the car. What?
Yeah, I was like, I was super vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Because I was
upset,
and I just kind of channeled that into the song. But then like outside of that, like the actual song, not to say I got like crazy mental health issues, but I have my struggles as a person, and I don't.
We all do, and it's not talked about enough, and that's why it was like when you sent it to me, and I was like, let me look at it. You know, I try to listen to you all's music or look at the videos when I can really like take it all in. And I said, man, you know, I was just like, this is somebody has been down this road before.
Yeah, and that's what it's for. Like speaking to somebody that's active, that's going through that. You know
that's
what I'm
right.
saying? And so like I have my confidence struggles, you know what I'm saying? Identity struggles, so on and so forth. And so put it all into a song. And then, you know, like, you know, I always got some bangers in me, so I got a bunch of bangers on the album.
Yep, we're gonna praise the Lord. We're gonna shake that booty a little bit. We're gonna do all of that.
I mean, it's like me peeling back a layer, just showing you like some of the multiple facets of who I am.
So I know that you said you're going to be doing some more gospel music, but what are some other things that we can look forward to for the rest of 2021?
Music wise, so like my goal is with this project. So the first Pacino season, I did like a full visual for every song, I think, other than Change It Up. You know what I'm saying? I did like a lyric video for that.
You did have a lot of videos, sir. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't keep up.
So that's my goal with season 2. I mean, I'm like, I want to do a visual for every song and get every song full life. So that's one of my goals, you know what I'm saying? And I'm really close to it. I only got like 2 or 3 more to go.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
Then I have a visual for every song. And then it's like I already kind of started on like what's I'm either call it season 3 or it's gonna be like a 2.5 where it's something in the middle.
Okay, now don't be like Saul and be having like 6 and 7 of them. I need you to change that name up.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like
Wendy said, congratulations.
Who?
Yeah, and I'm sure you met Wendy before from Pouty Girl. Yes, I think that did y'all interview her? I'm like you know Pouty Girl. Well, no, that's exciting. That's exciting, and I'm happy that you are hanging out with me on the show. It's been a long time, so we're gonna have some fun tonight. You ready?
I'm always ready. I was born ready.
So let me tell you, okay, Geno Pacino and Chai's Up they came on my show for the first time, and I've always told Chai's Up this, but I'm telling you now that you're here, you really, really opened the door for other artists to want to like rock with me like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's been up from there. So I'm really, really happy to have you on the show tonight. And we about to dig in. Like, look, you was with me. I ain't had no segments. We was just getting on there. We was just talking. But tonight, it's gonna be a little bit different. So let's go ahead and jump in. Now I'll give everybody a preview of our topic for tonight. I know there's no way if you've been on social media that you have not heard about the story surrounding one of the Atlanta housewives. So in honor of that, we're going to talk about, is it ever acceptable to date your friend/associate's ex? I got a story for y'all that I'm gonna tell y'all. We're gonna get into it, but I want to hear your opinions of if it's ever acceptable, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead and get into my hate it and love it. So, Geno Pacino, I know you tune in, but I'll just give you a little bit of refresher, you and anybody that's watching.
I've been around for hate it and love it a lot of times. So
you okay. So you already know. So you got to give one hate it, one love it.
Yeah, you one hate it and one love it.
Yep. I'll give you some time. I'll go ahead and get into mine. So my I'll kick it off on a high note. My love it this week was, if y'all didn't know, it's Taurus season, and my birthday was absolutely lit. Vegas was lit. I had a great time. So shout out to all my Taurus friends and Talina over at Royalty Massages, y'all. She know how to kick it. And she definitely massaged all of my kinks because y'all, MzMetchi was walking up and down the strip. It was ridiculous. So shout out to her. Look, I'm loving May. I'm loving all the May babies, the Taurus babies, all of that other stuff. Shout out to us. We are the best of the zodiac. I say that definitely. Wait, what you say?
I said Taurus gang. I was giving you your gang.
Gang. So yeah, so that's that. Now my hated it is this. So yesterday while I was on my way to work, I was listening to what is it called? The morning jump off. Is that what it is with a head crack?
Yeah,
it's on 92.3. Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure I had it right. So I came in on the part where L'Oreal was talking about something that was going on with the Joe Budden podcast. If anyone's familiar with that podcast, he has 2 other people. Yeah, my husband likes it too, and I've definitely when it's on, I do listen to it, and I do like it. I can't deny, and but she had some interesting things. It wasn't my hated is not the situation. I think it's unfortunate that they broke up like that, and it had to be that explosive. But she was basically saying that he really had no point as far as in saying some of the things. But this is what people have to remember. Nobody can be entitled for the work that somebody else is putting in. You got to be willing to come to the table and do some things too. And, we'll never know the full dynamic because it's always one side, the other side, and the truth. But we have to make it a point that when people speak their mind, we can't invalidate their feelings because we may not know or understand their perspective. So if he felt like he needed more before he was going to give more, nobody can make him feel any type of way about that. But there is a way that you go about things. So that was my hated it. What's yours?
Do I only get 2?
You give us your first one.
Okay, so my first hated it is the hook to that new song with Nas and Jay-Z.
Sing it.
That Sorry Not Sorry, I can't sing, so I can't sing it.
Okay. I haven't heard it. Don't tell nobody.
So it's a new song on DJ Khaled album that got Nas and Jay-Z on that.
Okay.
And, the hook is garbage to me. I don't like the hook. So that's why I hated it. Okay. And I'm gonna have to check that out so that I can figure out why you hated it. So my love it is the verses. The verses is nice. I mess with the verses. You know what I'm saying? And then I got a couple more because mine only quick. So I love Pacino Season 2, the new album. Go stream it everywhere.
You better love yourself, okay?
And then I hate the fact that the Joe Budden podcast crew broke up, because that's one of my favorite shows.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
And this is the thing. It's not unfortunate. It seemed as if I'm always an advocate for let people grow and do what they need to do. So when you start off something, it's not supposed to be forever. You get what I'm saying? So there's a way that you can separate those things or give people their just due, you know what I'm saying, without it being a messy situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything don't have to be messy. It don't have to be an argument. It don't have to be a blow up. It can just be a peaceful transition. So they're not wrong for wanting more, or probably wanting, more money or more involvement or more production, whatever it was that they were needing. But we have to recognize when it's time to move on and be able to do that amicably. Yeah,
maybe so me being somebody who watches it, like I watch every episode. So the things leading to their breakup, like, he was tension and started to get kind of weird. Disappeared from the show. But to me, the very last episode when he fired Rory, and I guess he fired Maul too, or whatever, the other hoe. It's like, so I've grown to like him a lot over the course of me watching the podcast, right?
Correct.
So I feel like it was really in bad taste, the way he talked about personal things, like he talked about, because they've always talked about during the course of the podcast that Maul and Joe Budden stayed together, but Joe made it his point to emphasize that Maul lived with him, basically kind of called him like a freeloader in such a way.
like you a hobo friend.
That had nothing to do, you know what I'm saying, with the letting them go,
right?
And, his like money situations were like, you know what I'm saying, Rory, like I understand at the podcast is in his name, that's his YouTube channel, so on and so forth. But cause like they seem like they like really close homies, like
it was watching a bad friend break up, you know.
So it's like, for it to get that bad that quick was just kind of like bad, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
I just wish them the best. All of them individually, because they brought us some great content, for the time that they've been together. So, but I just believe, and you said it best, he did it in bad taste. Some of those conversations are things you have behind closed doors. Everything don't have to be brought out to the public like that.
I agree totally.
Absolutely. So, my last hated it before we go into what's happening, what's up is I watched, and Geno Pacino, I know you probably don't watch this show, but Married at First Sight. Have you heard of it?
I heard of it. I never watched it though.
Okay. So the premise of that show, they marry each other. They spend 8 weeks together. At the end of the 8 weeks, they have to decide, do they want to stay married or not? There was 2 couples that for sure should have broke up. One of them, it was real easy. Like she walked in with a smile on her face, like, yes, I get to divorce him today. And then the other one, that guy's a narcissist. Everybody knows Chris. We've talked about him for weeks on the show. Did he not act a fool last night, y'all? A fool. He just, okay. Geno Pacino, have you ever met a narcissist before? Like, have you ever been with someone that's a narcissist or been friends or had a family member that's like that? Yep. Okay. So you know how like when they feel like they lose and they kind of like they hold on you, they do something real drastic to loop you back in. They be like, get over here.
Right.
Yeah. This guy, Chris, pulled the ultimate stunt. First off, let me just give you a quick synopsis since you don't watch the show. Chris came on the show. He called his wife. He said that basically he liked her body and everything, but didn't really like her face. He actually told her that. They still continue to have physical, interactions with one another. And then he revealed that his former fiance was pregnant with his child, meaning that he was still sleeping with the ex-fiance during the process of trying to get on the show. He then brings the ex-fiance around so that they could meet, and hadn't told the ex-fiance that he had sex with his wife. I know it sounds weird, right? Well, needless to say, they decided maybe midway through the show that they were going to actually break up. So it was over with. Only for him to come back on and say that the young lady had a miscarriage and he was in love with Paige and that she was everything he needed in a wife. Okay. And do you know that this woman, after all of the sugar honey iced tea that he dragged her throughout the season, she was considering it?
I mean, toxic love be some of the, I ain't gonna say the best love, but it kind of keep you down, keep you roped in. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? This is the thing. Okay. I always be preaching. I'm like, don't judge. But as a woman watching the show last night, it was very hard to see her be weakened by somebody like that, because it was very clear that he was taking advantage of the situation.
So it's the term, I can't think of it off the top of my head. It's a term that people use for like people who like always kind of flip situations.
Reverse psychology?
No, not reverse psychology.
Okay.
It's more of a demeanor. I don't know. I know the term, but it's not coming to the front of my mind. But
well, I'll read this. Faye said low self-esteem. She doesn't love herself.
I mean, that could be the case too. You know what I'm saying?
And then she kept saying, she was like, well, God, they're both very rooted in their spirituality. She was like, well, God brought us together. And I'm like, that very well may be the case, but the reason why he brought y'all together, let's explore that. I was kind of baffled, but she did ultimately end up saying that she wanted to divorce him.
Hey, but so here's my question to you though.
Okay.
Do you believe that that's actually real? And so this is why I'm asking you. So
come on, you must be anti-reality TV.
Yo, I will never watch reality TV unless I'm with a female. Like now, if I'm like kind of caking up with a boo or something, I'll watch it with her.
Not with a boo. Boo.
Yeah, I'm not watching reality TV by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I can understand that.
So this what's her name from Real Housewives? The one who got with the somebody else's husband or something like that.
Portia. We're gonna talk about that. Don't give them too much. We're gonna talk about that for the topic.
But the Portia thing, I saw. I don't know if it was an interview or just a statement she released, but she said that they weren't really friends and they were just fake friends for the show. So you don't know how much of that is like really real, or if it's just putting on for TV.
So you know what? This is the thing. I watched the show. So I've seen Portia on a few occasions maybe kind of alter the trajectory of the conversation to fit a narrative that's good for her, right? So by saying that her and this woman weren't friends, where if you scroll just on her timeline, because this is the thing, friends, it is levels to it. But I put it to you like this, and I'll get more into this when we talk about the topic. Like, okay, I'm trying to think. Okay. If there's another woman that I know and she's an acquaintance, we've been around each other, I've met her spouse, you know, we have pictures together, we've had cocktails, we like, yeah, woo, woo, woo. I'm not checking for your man.
Okay.
Because that's too close for comfort. Like, we clearly run in the same circles. And then we ain't even gonna get into that. But it was friendships, like that was a web of situations because the dude that she's with was friends and business partners with her child's father.
I mean, people get down grimy though. Like some people like getting down grimy. So,
but well, look, Faye said Portia don't play.
Hey, but
she going after the coins.
So some of the episodes I have watched though, and
okay,
like I don't know Portia in real life, so I never want to judge her. Or,
no,
that because I don't know her personally. She probably good people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think she's a good person.
But the little episodes that I've watched, she be busting moves though. Because when I first saw her, she was married to Cordell Stewart, and then they had got a divorce or whatever, right?
Wow,
then she with another dude on there, right?
Yeah.
And then with another dude. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, hey, that's cool.
She said she was the queen of Thailandia though.
Huh?
She said she was the queen of Thailandia on some episodes back.
That is okay. Say less.
Oh my goodness. Well, needless to say, okay. Just I'll close out with that hated. You know, my hated was to see, like, as women and as men, everybody, we have to be able to know our value, and we have to be able to understand that everybody that we may love or have love for may not really have the same intentions as far as we're concerned. So I was very happy that even though she had a moment of weakness with this guy that was being a complete narcissist and trying to loop her back into his BS, she recognized that it was a continuous cycle, and she broke that cycle by saying she wanted a divorce. So and divorce is not always a bad thing. It's not always like, oh my goodness, it's a failure. It's just like, okay, you know what? Sometimes people just aren't compatible or just are not what you need. And that doesn't make them a bad person. They're just not a good person for you.
Nah, yeah. I mean, like most situations are never like a good guy and a bad guy situation. You gotta come from people understanding, and it's like sometimes you're not equally yoked, or you know what I'm saying? It's so many levels to it. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's like everything, like for me, everything don't have to end all stank and bogus. Like some people can move on in peace.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it. But okay, so what we got to do, we got to take a quick little break. Okay, but when we come back, first off, y'all make sure I had Geno Pacino's information up there. Y'all make sure that y'all following him and getting in tune with the music. Okay, we'll be right back. We got to take a quick break.
The Black Dollar Days initiative has officially kicked off. Make sure that you join founder Faye Porter in her mission in uplifting the Black community. You can join by registering your business or just replying that you're in and you're ready to be in on this initiative. Okay? Visit theblackdollardays.com and do what you need to do to be a part of this. Be a part of the change that you want to see. Make sure that you follow them on all social media and let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. Tax season is among us. Make sure that you get with the pros at Tax Strategy to help you limit your tax liability and help you get back the maximum refund that you and your family deserve. Visit www.yourtaxstrategy.info for more information on setting up an appointment and getting the ball rolling on your taxes this year. Let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. Ask BlueJae is available for all your business needs. They offer website and social media management, business organization and preparation courses, project management, and you can even shop the Black Excellence collection. This features clothing, mugs, notebooks, and everything that you need. And if you use the code METCHI10, you can get 10% off at checkout. Make sure that you log on and check out Ask BlueJae and let them know the Blueprint Media Company sent you. Are you or someone you know in need of a job? Go ahead and reach out to Closing the Gap Staffing. They have positions for all professionals. Visit closingthegap.edu.com for more information. And be sure to let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you.
And we're back. So, look, I got this. What would you do? It's kind of wild this week. You ready?
I'm always ready. I told you.
Well, look, if you all are just tuning in, make sure that you drop those businesses in the comments. I definitely want to, I want to connect with you just in case if we have not had an opportunity to do so. There's lots of business people that like to tune in with me and check in. So make sure that you all are dropping those businesses. And I even tell y'all every week, y'all friends and family that be dropping their businesses on y'all timeline and y'all don't never share it. This is a good time to tag them because we know that there's people out there. Look, Geno Pacino, I'm pretty sure you got people that you be sharing your music and they just be like this, right?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time. All the time. It's weak, but this what would you do? Let's get into it. It's wild. It's like I was reading it earlier and I was just like this. It's not right. This may seem petty, but hear me out. So my girlfriend is pregnant, and due to early morning sickness, she started showering less, and she was pretty much bedridden. Now she's much better, but she doesn't have the energy for perfect hygiene, and I don't hold that against her. However, I do all the laundry, and her clothes that she wear for days are flat out funky, and no amount of soap and fabric softener makes it better. The issue is that she blames me and my washing for why her clothes smell bad, and not the fact that she wear a pair of drawers for days on end. A single pair could ruin an entire load. The only thing that can help is bleach, but our high efficiency washer uses very little water and the side loader, so adding a little bleach would immediately stain it. How do I handle this situation? I already have to handle her smelly underwear without complaining, but also to be chastised on top of it. Telling her the truth would bruise her ego, and I don't want that drama right now. What would you do? Yikes.
So the first thing I would have did was not wrote that letter or that email, period. Like I wouldn't have wrote that about my lady at all. You know what I'm saying? That's been personal between us.
That's very personal. I'm just like,
yeah, that's crazy. So
I mean, I'm just wondering how deep, because this is the thing. I mean, naturally, everybody has a moment where they're funky. If you go play basketball for 3-4 hours with your friends, if you go on a nature hike in the woods, like whatever it is that you do, everybody done smelled like a little ass before. Everybody. So what's the problem with saying it? I mean, they be stressing me out with these. What would you do? You know, I cannot do it.
I mean, like he could even jokingly say something about the smell, but I mean, like I wouldn't. My approach wouldn't even be his approach. You know what I'm saying? And then in terms of what's going on with her, I would just hope that this only like a season, like it's just something temporary. You know what I'm saying? Because like, so what it doesn't say is whether it's been like this the whole time. And I'm pretty sure from what I was listening and I was hearing,
This is an isolated incident.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it hasn't been that way the whole time. So,
I mean, my whole thing is help bather. Hey, babe, look, it smelled like ass. You gonna need to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because this the thing is, well, I don't know. Me and my spouse, we talk to each other a little bit different. So, you know, he'll be like this. He like, I dragging breath. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we can joke like that. I'll be like, oh damn, I'm like, my shit not fresh. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go fix it. I'm like, hey, thank you for letting me know. Like if you smell like outdoor, I'm gonna let you know you smell like outdoor. It's not to offend you, but to help make you a better person.
Okay. Smell like outdoor. I got you.
You get what I'm saying, though. Come on now.
I got you.
And then it's like she all pregnant and all the other stuff. Is I don't know. Let me get into this comment from Faye. She said, damn, I would assist or get someone to assist if she's not able. If she's able, tell her to wash her ass, period, with a T and an exclamation point. Yeah, Faye, that's pretty much where I'm at. I mean, it's not like her ego would be bruised if you don't tell her and then somebody else tell her, like, damn, you don't smell your wife, dog.
But I mean, but also, I don't know. I mean, certain things you gotta kind of just try to work through, because like, I mean, especially with her being pregnant, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
For a woman, that's probably like one of the most vulnerable times of your life, and it's probably kind of scary too. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think instead of writing a letter, the focus should be on more understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I agree. And more so on how he can assist. Cause I mean, this is the thing. If she can't get up, or if she, she afraid, I mean, get her one of the shower chairs, help her get into the shower chairs. Like, there's a lot of different things that can be done to remedy the situation. And I mean, my whole thing is like, look, if we together, if we didn't went so far as we done brought a whole new life into each other, if I got to sponge bath you down because, to help you,
Yeah,
I will do what I can, because that's what you're supposed to do for your significant other.
I agree.
Yeah. So that's what I would do, bro. Like, first off, take this down, because it was definitely on a public forum. And I was like, I cannot believe this dude that said
Yo,
this.
so that's the part that's crazy. Like, this, that's wild.
And didn't care. Like, just, but he did say, this may seem petty, but hear me out. So does that account for something? What you think?
Nah, I don't account for nothing. Like, I mean, certain things just shouldn't be said. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. Got time to get into what's happening, what's up. I got some stories for y'all.
Okay.
All right, I try to, Gina, I'll try to build them up. This one happened in El Paso, Texas. I'm giving you guys some news of what's going on. So a Texas woman woke up and found blood dripping from her ceiling fan in her apartment. I know. Yeah, when I first read it, I was just like, well, what in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer is going on up in here? But basically, the neighbor above her had died of natural causes right above where her ceiling fan was situated. So
blood seep down though,
because he had been there for about 5 or 6 days.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so he had been there for about 5 or 6 days, and it came down. And so that's not even the crazy part about the story is that she's trying to she's basically, she had a ceiling fan that was running at the time that this was going down. So she woke up and it looked like a scene from like CSI or something.
Right.
She's trying to get her apartment, the complex, the management company, to take care of the damages that were done. Because I mean, naturally, think about a ceiling fan. If you got furniture, clothes, carpet, bed sheets, all that other stuff, it got everywhere. Do y'all know that it got everywhere? Do you know that they would not? They're not doing anything about it. They said it's not covered under the insurance, and she didn't have to have renter's insurance to stay there. So they're not going to be doing anything to compensate her.
That's grimy. That's grimy as hell.
And then it's like, look, if she wanted some type of reprieve, I mean, the guy that technically is responsible for it, he's no longer with us. So who do you go to in a situation like that?
To be honest, I mean, if they're not gonna compensate the damages, what they should do is just allow them to leave. Because like, I don't know about you, but like, I would have a hard time continuing to live there after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So let them break their lease, no harm, no foul, and go on about their life. You know what I'm saying? Because
I just felt like it was crazy. I mean, the simple fact, it's like some things. I work in commercial real estate, so I recognize that when certain things happen that are kind of out of everybody's hands, somebody has to be the person to pick up the pieces, right? And as the management company of that particular complex, it's a very unfortunate situation, but they should be able to do something. I mean, have somebody come professionally clean. Hey, we're coming in with new stuff, because they are not trying to let her out of her lease.
Mm-hmm.
That's Texas for you, I suppose. I don't know. But yeah, they're definitely not trying to compensate her. So I mean, she's definitely in our thoughts. For the gentleman that passed, very unfortunate situation, you know, and just praying for him and the family. But I thought that was kind of wild. I'm like, you know, and you gotta read your terms of agreement. I recommend always having some type of insurance when you need to, because even if they weren't going to file a claim, she could have filed a claim and actually got all brand new stuff due to that incident. So get insurance. Geno, you ready for this one? This was crazy. This happened out in our area. You ready?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Schaumburg, Illinois. 47 rabbits were rescued from an extended stay hotel in suburban Schaumburg. Animal control says a woman was living there with her pets. The unidentified hotel stopped providing room cleaning services in March of last year because of COVID-19. She had 47 bunny rabbits up in there.
What is that bunny rabbit?
I saw the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like, okay, so you know how, like, if you've ever seen a rabbit and like what people put in their cage, like, you know, the little rubbish, the little stuff at the bottom. The lady had done that to the entire hotel room. And it was just
so she a psycho out the gate. Like, she's a psycho.
But check it out. It started where she had 2 girls and 1 male. That's how it started. So when she originally checked in, those are the 2 that she had. And then she just allowed them to literally populate the entire extended stay hotel. Could you imagine? It's, you know, it smelled bad up in there.
They was doing a bunny hop all in that joint.
I'm like, it went from 3 to 47. I couldn't believe it. I was like, and first off, that's disgusting. I was like, what is wrong with these people?
I told you they psychos.
Clearly, my whole thing is, I'm like, you didn't stop when you saw that it was like they was pregnant already. Like, you know, like, oh, maybe this rabbit's pregnant. Like, nope. She clearly, so it's like this story this week, and then there was a story last week that I did where the lady, she had been missing since November of last year, but she was out living in the woods. I think it really is mental illness.
Yeah, so, you know, like not to segue off of that from what you were saying, but that's why I made a song dedicated to mental health, because like it's something that we avoid talking about.
Yeah, but we see it all too often.
Yeah, I mean, because like, even if you think about, like, if you ever rode the train before, and it'd be like them crazy people that be on the train.
Yeah.
And so typically we just ignore them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They are real people. And then beyond that, like, you know, like I've served food to the homeless.
Yeah.
You know, I've donated my time to other causes. Absolutely. And if you ever have a conversation with some of these people, you could kind of you could grasp and better understand how they get into these situations, because exactly. Like not saying that I have my own struggles like you might too, but
yeah,
I mean, we want catastrophe away from a psychological break, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. So yeah, it's not like it can't happen. And so
anybody.
Yeah, so I mean, we should spend more time, you know, with treatment instead of just ignoring these droves and droves of people, because sometimes what happens is these people that we ignore, they end up killing somebody or hurting somebody. So
yeah. And I mean, with this situation, I understand, you know, a lot of things change with different policies, you know, surrounding around COVID. But it's just like, I mean, you know, nobody's going to do a wellness check. It's just like, as long as the card swipes, we don't need to go in there. I mean, March of last year, somebody should have peeked in at some point and just been like, hey, y'all, it's a whole bunny rabbit farm up in here. We should probably come and say something. I mean, and not to be funny, but it's just like, you know, I mean, let me speak to you from a management perspective. That's bad management.
It is. Yeah, it is.
It wouldn't have got past bunny number 10. I'd be like, hey, did y'all see that person that's in room 4910? Because I ain't seen them in about 5-6 months. Y'all might want to go and do a wellness check. Go check and see what's going on. Nobody knocked on the door.
Yeah.
How was they eating?
She probably was feeding them, giving them food or something.
Look, 47 rabbits in a hotel room, you know, I'm trying to figure out. It's a lot of other things I'm trying to figure out too, but I'm gonna let that one rest.
Flaming Hots, you know what I'm saying?
Right. She just like this. Like, I'm in room 4910. I need you to bring my my grocery order in. Because it's an extended stay. So you know they got a whole kitchen and all that other stuff. But I mean, still 47 rabbits. It reminded me of another story where it was like, I think they had retrieved like over 100 something dogs. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all?
That's a lot of money though.
No, these dolls weren't for sale. Okay, these dolls are not being breeded to be given to little families.
That's a lot of money if you sell 100 dogs.
These dolls weren't for sale, sir. These dolls were for, I'm finna hoard these dogs in my house. It was horrible, but no. So did you hear that Ellen is taking her show off the air next year?
Yeah. I heard that what's that comedian name?
Tiffany Haddish. Is that you over there vibrating? Tiffany Haddish is the one that they trying to give her the role for next year. And I hope that's not the case.
You don't like Tiffany Haddish?
I do like her. I actually watch her show that she has on Netflix where she puts other comedians on. I do like her, but I'm just like, you know what? No. We don't need any more daytime. So give me more Maury. I'm joking. I want to see her win, but I just feel like
I think it'll be a nice little change of pace, you know what I'm saying? Because like well, one, I'm always give a piece because she a sister. So I'm rooting for off top, you know what I'm saying?
Period.
But I don't know, like maybe I'm not like so I would love to be on Ellen. Like I would have a good time being on Ellen. But I don't know, man. Some of the episodes I'll be watching sometimes they be a little dry sometimes. So like maybe Tiffany had a show. I have a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, oomph to it or whatever. So
I would want to see her develop her show. I do believe that Tiffany Haddish can do it, and she's got a hell of a story. And of course, now I'll be honest with you. Do I think she's the funniest comedian? No, you know, but I like I like what she has done. My whole thing is that when you get to a certain place in your career, you got to reach back. And I've seen her do that. So whether if she's level 10 funny or whatever, people will rate her, she's still good people. And she's done a lot to put people that's like her on, you know what I'm saying? And they have nothing but great things. So I hope that they do it, but I just don't want them. I don't want her to be corny. She got an edge to her. You get what I'm saying? And with daytime television, it changes people a little bit.
So you think like she'll be corny if she on daytime TV though?
I feel like that they would try to kind of like water her down a little bit. Like I used to watch Tyra, all types. I watched daytime stuff. You get what I'm saying? So I've seen how people beforehand, when they kind of get certain things, they change, which is it's a good thing. But I'm just like, it changes for an audience that doesn't really look like the people that they originally catered to, if that makes sense.
I totally understand.
Yeah. So, but I hope whoever gets it, just make it interesting. Okay. I need y'all to be running around the building like they do on Maury. Period. It's the only way I'm watching it. Have you watched did you see that Peter Guns was on Cheaters?
Yo, I never seen no episodes, but I seen like 3 clips, right? I seen 3 clips.
He fighting on every last one of them.
One of the clips, he was actually fist fighting with the dude. Another clip, he was like basically saying like, I want all the smoke to one of the dudes.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Another one where he was kind of like instigating, you know what I'm saying? So I'm about to check it out. Like I don't know where it come on at though. Is it on Zeus or something, or like one of them crazy channels? Like,
wait, what channel? Why am I'm drawing a blank.
Cause back in the day it was on WCIU. But that was a long time ago. You know what I'm saying?
I can't I'll be watching most of my stuff online from my tablet and stuff. I'll be having to watch it at work.
Hey,
which sounds crazy, but I do.
What was dude's name? I think dude's name was something Greco. That was the original host.
Oh wait, it does. Wait, it still come on WCIU, right? Yeah.
No, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't see it.
You remember the episode when he got stabbed?
I do. They I'm like, y'all not finna do my man's like that. Like, how y'all gonna do him like that on the boat? He got roughed up a couple times on his season, though. I was just like, man, maybe you need to just retire.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm about to check Peter Guns out, though, because he do be wanting to smoke with the guests, though.
My whole thing is I guess he was good for the show because hey, spot a cheetah, whatever. But I don't know. It's just kind of wild. But my last one was a story that was a little unfortunate, but it's situations. We've all kind of found ourselves as a Black person, possibly in some situations where things get a little racial. Somebody say a racial slur towards you, do whatever. Well, Corey Ellis, I'm going to say his last name is Pujols, 27 of Tampa, was arrested on Tuesday and charged with aggravated manslaughter after he punched a 65-year-old person at Dunkin' Donuts. He was working. The guy was calling him a racial slur. He dared him to do it again, and he punched him. The gentleman that he punched suffered a fatal fall, and he did pass away 2 days later. Very unfortunate situation. I can speak from my experience that I've definitely been antagonized before, and just call some things that it would anger any person of color, and you be feeling like you want to put the hands on him, and I don't think that I don't think he tried to punch that guy to kill him, but ultimately that's what he did, and it's really unfortunate.
Well, you know what though, that situation is so tough. It's kind of hard for me.
I know.
I don't want to get canceled or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But
it's not about getting canceled. It can just be an unfortunate situation.
I would hate to. I would hate for anybody to, you know what I'm saying, lose their life. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Something like that, but I don't know, man. I mean, racism really shouldn't be tolerated though, too. So
it's a fine line, it really is. It's
as an adult, you have to use reasoning, especially if you got kids or whatever. And so like certain you got to kind of like let them go because what the results could be, and you don't want to be in jail or situation like where you kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? But we all had triggers.
Everybody. So
it's kind of like it's so unfortunate that happened, but I wasn't present, so I can't say who was right or who was wrong. I can only like send my prayers to the family of the guy.
And the man was 77. I'm sorry, he not 65. He is charged with aggravated manslaughter of a person older than 65. So that carries a maximum of a 30-year sentence.
Yeah, and that's just unfortunate. I mean, so prayers to the family. But I mean, it takes a high level of patience
when you experience it.
I saw a video online. This was like some months ago. It was a lady in like I think she was a caregiver. It's like a nursing home situation. Mm-hmm. The person that she was caring for was a racist.
Is that the one that was throwing stuff at her?
Yeah.
Pissed me off.
I don't know. I can't. So you can't say what you were doing until you're actually in a situation.
But did you see the videos afterwards where they was cool and drinking wine together though?
Yeah, I'm glad it got to that level. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes in like snap judgment, I don't know if I could make it that far because like I'll fire from somebody quick. I ain't gonna need to lie to you.
Like now I got to smack fire. Yeah, I mean, because it makes you angry. Because for me, I just be like this. I'm like, it's the audacity for you to feel like that you can say these things to me, and it's just like you and I both know that it's super wrong, but you're still choosing to do it anyway. I mean, it's just unfortunate all around because it's unfortunate that at 77 years old, he's still using that type of language and still being provoking. And it's just like, this person is making your coffee.
I mean, but I'm saying like, so typically how it gets to that point. So in life, you learn something new every day. You grow every day. You know what I'm saying? You change and evolve as a person, right?
That's right.
Okay. But let's say you've made it up until 57 or 50 years old. It's like a blatant racist. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like I can't stop it. I can't send my blood.
It's hard on the back end, even if you know it's wrong, it's hard to make those corrections when you've been. So life is all about habits, like habit building. So you can break the habit of that, you know what I'm saying? But if you'd have if 50 years as a racist, like you
77. He's 77 years old. Look, let me see. Let me go back. It was a lot of stuff going on back then.
that's really difficult. But I mean, like you have to understand that because you can only control yourself. So
that's right.
If you want to get out here and do your racist rants or say whatever, just know some hands might come on the back end of that and be prepared for it.
I mean, you just gotta hope that they not the fatality hands, because it's like who I don't know. But look, we're gonna take a little bit of a dance break. So this is another one of my favorites.
This that raw, that dope, that pure uncut cocaine.
Geno Pacino talking about cocaine. I'm like,
pure uncut cocaine. All that weight I lost, I gained it back through the social distancing. Got released, did another prison sentence.
I got the lavish look of the week coming up before we get into our topic for tonight.
Things not going the way I envision. I'm rapping like me from a different dimension.
If you on this live, share this live up. What's for dinner, y'all? What we drinking? What we eating?
My estimated net worth is enough to make your chest hurt. Knees buckle.
Oh, I want to tell somebody my stuff is like that too. My network will make your neck hurt.
You told me I would never amount to 2 chicks. Now I give for a verse what I got for 2 bricks. Strange love, this is Stanley.
Y'all better tell. He telling y'all the currency right now. Y'all better get into it.
We went La Costa Nostra, looking for the devil. You call him Kaiser Sosa. I mean Soze, expose. Young Curry about to hit my first trade. 0.5 when I put my first.
It's the beats for me. Is this your same producer that did this one too?
Yeah.
Y'all got good chemistry. I need y'all to keep that for life.
This that raw, that dope, that pure uncut cocaine. This that raw, that dope, that pure uncut cocaine.
Well, okay. Sorry. But that just means that you gotta go and listen. Now that was on, I listen to Geno Pacino on Spotify. That's my preferred, but he's available everywhere.
Yeah.
Period. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna get into the lavish look of the week real quick. Let me let y'all know this is one of my favorite frames.
I got to step away from him. I'll be right back.
Okay, it's the Queens, y'all. I'll bring Geno back once he's done. My lavish look of the week is Queen. I absolutely love these frames, y'all. For real. It's the detailing for me. I love it. So make sure that you all go. My summer collection is dropping very, very soon. I am really, really excited to show you guys what I've got coming up. It's going to knock your socks off, okay? And then don't forget, I also have the men's collection available as well, okay? All my guys, shop with me, okay? I got some stuff y'all gonna like too. Let me get into these comments. Faye said, yes. Now, Renita, you were saying, does the sista-code still exist? Because I saw Faye, you had put your comment up there earlier. I think that it exists amongst those that want it to exist. Okay? Period. I'm going to go ahead while we're waiting for Geno to come back. Y'all make sure that y'all are dropping those businesses in the comments. Okay. Again, I want to connect with you. Okay. If you on the live, share the live up. Remember to share that job opportunity. We looking for local truck drivers. Okay. 1,400 plus a week. Make sure that you get in tune with it. And you know what? I don't know what's going on. I think we done lost Geno Pacino for a second, but that's okay. Time to jump into the topic of the night. All right. So, is it ever acceptable to date your friend or associate's ex? Now, y'all know some people be real. They will date your people. It's absolutely ridiculous. This topic this week was sparked by y'all know I'm a reality TV head. I can't help it. Can't help it. So this situation, this week, the Sunday just wrapped up the last part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. Shortly after the show went off, Miss Portia Williams, she dropped a big announcement that her and Simon, I'm gonna just call him Simon G. I'm not gonna mess up that man's last name like that. Her and Simon G, which is Simon is the ex-husband of Fallon, which was a friend of the show that was introduced by Portia. She revealed that they're now in a long-standing relationship. Hold on. Face it, amongst those who honor the sister code. Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll get into that sister code even with this topic too. Yeah, so she revealed that her and Simon were together, and it's like this beautiful thing. I'm like, okay. It's a little weird because I'm like, you kind of introduced us to your friend on the show. And it's just like, well, why would you then at that point be kind of dealing with her whole spouse? I went back to see the clip of the episode on Twitter when they actually showed when she was kind of introduced onto the show, and it just didn't feel right. It felt very foul. For me, my personal opinion is that it's never acceptable. What people have to realize is that when you kind of date behind somebody like that and there's like a circle, there can be a trickle down effect. We had a situation some years back amongst a former friend group where, we had bidded our farewell to our friend that was leaving to go to another state. And we're just like, girl, best of luck, blah, 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 all this other stuff. This one young lady that was with us, we'll call her a young lady. She was with us and she, was of course bidding our friend farewell and everything too. We had fellowships together. We had been together, had drinks, key, pictures, did all of those things. And, so it was kind of weird that maybe a month or so after we had bidded this particular friend farewell, that now maybe it was like 1 or 2 months, but within a couple months, there was a whole development of a relationship with the girl's ex that left. And I'm just like, what? Hey, Whitney. Thank you, sis. I appreciate you. I'm trying. I'm just like this. I'm like, we're going to give them spring tonight. We're going to do all of that. But yeah, it was just real messy dating behind, and and it caused a rift in with our entire friend group, because it's just like, okay, they mad at us, like, why you didn't say nothing? And I'm just like, well, I mean, shit, is it my business? Y'all get to work this out amongst yourselves, because I'm not dating your ex. It's not just something that affects the two people that are in the relationship. It also affects those around. Now, you will have some people that'll say, you can't help who you fall for. But my whole thing is that if I've been in your home, if I've been around you and your children and your family and all this other stuff, I'm not trying to eye what you got going on. That's not my place to do that. And just, to me, it just feels like it's a little foul. Let's see. Faye said it depends on the communication of all parties about what is what, who is who, and how all parties represent. No one knows the relationship between Fallon and her husband, or Portia and Fallon. And that's true. I mean, for me, Faye, it's like, if I've invited you into my home and did all this other stuff, it would definitely have to be a conversation at that point, if you feel like that you want to go and do that. So we don't know if those conversations took place. I saw the picture of her, the new guy, and Dennis. And Dennis seemed like he was pretty cool. For all we know, they could have swapped spouses. Dennis could be sleeping with Fowler. You never know. You never know what people are into or what they like. But as for me, I don't think that it's acceptable. And anybody that's cool with me like that, it's just like, hey, if me and mine don't work out, that ain't a free pass for you. It's a pass, but it might be for that ass. That's all I'm saying. Faye said, and it takes maturity. Yeah, they got a lot of kids and things in between them. So I hope that it just kind of works out. But, there were a lot of people when I was just like reading, because I be in my little reality TV groups and on Twitter, child. And it's a lot of people that's just like, Portia, get your money, girl. Get this, get that. And I'm just like, what? What is it? Faye said, well, I ain't got to do that shit for real. Dennis looked happy. Dennis looked elated. He was just like this. Finally. Whitney said, then Simon said Fallon cheated. Yeah. There may have been a lot of things. I mean, but then even then, Whitney, okay, so look, if she did, okay, that's foul too. That's foul. And he did right by not exposing her full situation, I guess, because they do get kids and they was married. But it's just like, of all the people in the world, this is who you decided that you was going to go with afterwards? I don't know. I would love to have been a fly on the wall for that. But yeah, I don't know. It's not my thing. Whitney said it's foul. They both are part of the friend or associate circle. Yeah. And that's why I wanted to make it where it's just like, not is it ever acceptable to date your friends, but also your friend or associates ex. Because it's like, for me, if we've got any type of association, me messing with your dude is foul. It ain't no way to really get around it. It's really not. So I was just a little bit thrown off about it because I love Portia. Hell, I want her to come on the show. I want to talk to her about go naked hair and all of those things. And I'm not one to judge. At the end of the day, we do have to make decisions in life that make us happy, but it may make other people uncomfortable. So I can say that I do applaud both of them for being brave enough to really step out like that, given the situation and the optics of how it looks. And I just hope that for both of their sakes that it lasts. She gets into the situation, she's like, yes, and we about to take it to the next level. And I want it to be okay for her, because this time it's not just her. It's a whole child involved, as well as his children that he has too. Faye said he's a Nigerian man, very patriarchal. He fell in love with Portia with the ass. Oh, with the Portia ass. That's how she said it. And I know Faye, so that's exactly how she said it. That's funny as hell. That's so funny to me. It's not for me, y'all. I'm not judging nobody who it is for, but I can just say that it's not for me. And it's not something that I would do. And it's definitely not something that's acceptable in my book. I don't judge nobody that do it. Hey, my whole thing is living your truth. I will always say that, recommend it, and applaud anybody for doing just that. But not for me. So I'll leave that at that. And I just want to thank you all for really kind of chiming in on that topic, because it was a little, I think everybody, when they read the story, they were slightly uncomfortable. Like, why did she do that? I thought she said that was a friend. She actually, did she say my sister, or was she talking about Lauren on the show? I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and rewatch that clip, but get your own. It's too many men and women out here to be kind of messing behind people. That's weird. It's weird, y'all. We too old for that. We all too old for that. Let me get into my quote of the night before I let you all go. Promise yourself to be so strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind. Look at the sunny side of everything and make your optimism come true. Think only of the best. Work only the best. And expect only the best. Forget the mistakes of the past and press on to greater achievements of the future. Give so much time to the improvement of yourself that you have no time to criticize others. Live in the faith that the whole world is on your side as long as you are true to the best that is in you. I love y'all so much for tuning in. Geno Pacino, he had to get out of here, y'all. Y'all heard his phone was buzzing. He said he had to go, child. He had to get out of there. But I want to thank him for coming on. And as always, giving that male perspective when we talk about our topics. And I just hope that you all are blessed. Have a great week. Next week is going to be real nice too. And I've got some, just it's been some exciting things that's coming up. I meant to make one of my love it's the fact that like the Blueprint Live and MzMetchi one-on-one, two of my shows here at the Blueprint Media Company are available on all platforms. I'm still working on Apple. I want to make it so that all my people, y'all, you people with your iPhones and all that other stuff, y'all could listen to me on there too. And I just want to thank you all for the continued support, for everyone for the birthday wishes. Shout out to all my May babies, all my Taurus babies, all of y'all is lit. Let me get over into this comment before I let y'all go. Let's see what y'all talking about over here. Yes, thank you, Faye. She said wonderful. I appreciate you all. Yes, Whitney, I'm trying to get it for y'all iPhone users. It'd be a little difficult, child. They don't do all of this on the Android side, but we're gonna pray on it. But shout out to my amazing sponsors, Tax Strategy, Fiya Infusions, okay, Ask BlueJae, Black Dollar Days, Closing the Gap Staffing. Shout out to Geno Pacino for coming on. Make sure that you all shop Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, shop the Black Excellence Collection with Ask BlueJae, and meet me back here next week at 6:30, y'all. It's lit. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Bye.